Well, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about 34 different altcoins in this video. Yes, you heard me correctly, 34 different altcoins in this video at the request of you, the viewers. I love doing videos like this. They do take quite a while, 34 coins in one video. I'm not going to go in depth on all of them. I'm just going to do quick, short-term price predictions, unless you've otherwise specified that you want to see something like a cycle top, another specific request that I just can't think of off the top of my head. But that's essentially the essence of this video. I will try to spend less than 2 minutes on each coin. Some coins might demand more time than that. Some coins might demand like 30 seconds, right? So it just depends on how easy, quote unquote, the chart is to read. If that all sounds good to you, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I want to get into the video without spending too much time on this introduction. If you're wondering what 34, 33 coins, I forget what the number was, I think it's 33, that I'm talking about, I'm going to leave a list in the description below with the appropriate timestamps attached to each coin. If you're watching the video before the timestamps are there, you've likely just started watching this video within the first like hour or two that I've made it. So anyways, guys, let's get started here. So looking at Altcoin, OX, we're at 2.6 cents now at the request of Mr. Hat. Doing this for you, my friend. Looking at this here, it's a relatively new coin, I suppose. It's been around since September of 2023. It's got kind of a friendly bottom look to it. It's almost like a double bottom to a certain degree, like an Adam and Eve, but it's a little bit lopsided. You've obviously got the lower lows. It's not a double bottom by any means, but it is interesting to me, to say the least. From a low to a high, went all the way down to your 1414, found support, moved up. I have no doubt that that's your low. I have no doubt that you probably do move higher. Is this an appropriate high to take? I don't know. Let's just see if you're respecting it. It seems like you're respecting this on the fibs. Yeah, so I would think you're at 2.6 cents now, man. I was looking at this. I don't know what this thing is. I don't know anything about it, but just from the market cap and the potential based off of what we're seeing here, I actually do want to see on MEXC if it's got the volume. Volume is coming in. What's the exchange that would have more volume? It wouldn't be Woo. Maybe it is Woo. Maybe does Woo have more volume? Let's just see. 59 million. Does Woo? I guess Woo's got more volume than MEXC and more volume than Gate. I did not know that. Oh no, Gate has more volume, huh? Well, maybe not more recently. Anyways, I'm getting all stuck up on that. What I'm trying to say is you're at about a $93 million market cap now. I think that you could definitely see this thing grow a lot from here, right? The sky is the limit. The next target technically would be the 886, which is about 72% up, which is at 4.64 cents right now. But I think you'll see 16.8 cents or higher by the end of this move, which I would think is by the end of January. These are by the end of January targets, which I don't know what kind of beast we're dealing with here, being that it's under $100 million in market cap. It could see a 16.8 cent price, a 53.5 cent price by the end of this move. We really don't know, but it's, I definitely would expect at least 17 cents or something like that by the end of January is possible. If not there, it's possible that you could stop somewhere between 17 cents and 7 cents, but I certainly do expect that you're going to move up quite a bit between now and the end of January. Let's see. Let's move on from that. OX. Let's talk about LKY at the same requester's request, Mr. Hat. This was it was a DEX coin, right? LKY. Lucky Ton. No, it wasn't this one, right? What was it? You said to look it up on CoinGecko. Let's see. LKY. Lucky Coin. Yeah, I thought that's what it was. Lucky Coin, right? LKY, Lucky Coin. Can I find it? Can I just do it here? Lucky Coin. Okay, I guess we got it here, yeah. MEXC, looking at it on Gate.io, looking at it on CoinEx. Looks like CoinEx has the most history. Nope, MEXC does. Okay, we'll use MEXC. I don't know where to take this, like from a low to a high. I don't think this is an appropriate fib to take personally. With this look, I suppose you could go lower down to this area where you consolidated for a few days, maybe. I think that'd be your lowest that you go. Those probably around like $3 to $4.50, $4.60, something like that. You're at $5.30 now. Let's see how far you've dropped from your high to your low. 74%, what would that take you down to? I mean, you could go, genuinely, you can see prices all the way down to $1.60. I don't know. Sometimes you get 90% drops whenever coins initially list like this, but I don't know if you do. It does seem as though volume's dying off, though I don't know if this is the best exchange to gauge that off of. I don't know. It just got listed on MEXC. Not a lot of interest on it going down potentially. I don't know. I don't know what to think of this one, Mr. Hat. I don't really know if I can do TA on something like this. My best guess would be that it looks like it wants to keep moving down. But at the same time, I don't know if that's entirely fair. Got some bullish divergence showing up here. Maybe you move up. I don't know. If you can't get above this high, if you can't get above $7.30, then you likely will see prices down around $3, if not around $4.50. You're at $5.30 now. But if you do get above $7.30, well, then you're probably going onwards and upwards to new all-time highs. But my gut would tell me you have lower to go. That's my personal expectation. Right, you've got the higher highs here in your RSI with the lower highs in the price. That's not a good thing. So yes, you've got some intense divergence going on here, but based on the price action, it doesn't really call for that intense of a move. So I would expect you to move down lower. That's LKY. Let's talk about AIOZ next for Ant Wando. AIOZ here, USD on crypto, sure. We're at 94 cents right now. Had a wicked drop, guys, all the way back down to about 75 cents, 77 cents down there. Hell of a drop. Found support at previous areas of resistance, or I guess not. You basically, actually, you found support at previous areas of support, which is kind of crazy. As low as you went, though, you came back up. Really, you've been finding support here, which is where you were before this flash crash and then flash pump back and where you've resided afterwards. So based on that line, you basically are finding support at previous areas of resistance and previous areas of resistance here. So that's nice. I think that looks good, structurally sound personally. This wick here is what they call a stop hunt and or a shake out, right? That's what that is. A bear trap, if you would, from a low to a high. Relative low to high, hit the 382, went just below it. That is normally the expectation. So good job hitting that mark. Now you're ready to move up, man. I think you do. Once we solidify this by closing above about 98 cents there, 98.3 cents. When you close above 98.3 cents on any given day, we're looking for some upside. That next upside target would be based off of this high to low, looking at anything from $1.54 to $1.88. With this kind of shallow retracement, you absolutely could see higher targets, anything from like $3.30 to $2.18. And I want to actually address that by looking at some deeper fibs real quick. Yeah, this might be more significant here. Because you will play off of this fib too. So the 1618 lining up with the 1886 very well. The 200 lining up with the 2618. I would say anything from 218 to 330 is a viable option for this thing to achieve by the end of January. Definitely. I think over the days, over the weeks, you are going to see this thing come to life again. Really, you're just in the middle of a move up right now. This is a pause right in this move. So you've moved up. You're kind of flagging out, if you want to call that a bull flag or not. You know, and then you're going to resume your trend up. I don't know if it is a bull flag, but it definitely seems like you had a one phase up, consolidated, right? Next phase up, consolidated. You're going to have your next phase up and then consolidate after that, and then maybe one more phase after that. But I think you probably do move up at least, I would say at least $1.67, maybe like $1.70. Then the next target would be 218 with the potential highest target being about 330. I don't think you get too much higher than that by the end of January. So that's AIOZ. Let's talk about, and then you wanted me to do cycle ending predictions, right? Cycle high predictions. It's hard to say, but with the data that we have given to us here from the all-time high to the low that we have, and I think this is pretty well respected. If we look at AIOZ here on the CoinGecko website, AIOZ. Come on now, you know you want to load. $1 billion right now, that's a nice round number from the current price. I don't think this thing is capable. It's hard to say because it came out right at the ass end of the bull market. So it's seen a full bear market, and it's about to see a full. Is it worthy of seeing a $100 billion market cap? I don't know. I really don't know. I think this thing could go as high as like $78. I could see that. Could it reach for 100? Maybe. At any rate, I would expect at least $25, but probably as high genuinely as like $78. That's my thoughts on AIOZ. That's my genuine personal thoughts there as far as all-time highs go. Good job there. MORPHAI. What is MORPHAI? MORPHAI at the same request as Ant Wando here. I don't know, buddy, which one's MORPHAI. Let's see, hold on. MORPHAI. 'Cause, 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 What is it? MORPHAI. Well, it's exactly what you told me it would be. Oh, but it's at such a low market cap. Okay, so probably a DEX coin. There we go. MORPHAI. MORPHAI. Very low volume. Very high market cap for how low of a volume you have. Decent liquidity though. Not bad. To be completely fair. It'd be nicer if it was like 900K or more, but relative to the volume, it's decent at least. The available liquidity. Probably not worth getting into. That's my personal expectation of this, but I don't know. We're at the low times right now, the low liquid phases of meme coins, so who knows? When this thing gets exciting again, I mean, you can see how fast it likes to move. It's hard to say. Low to high, holding the 382, I got to admit, that's a nice look in itself. I like what you're doing here, so based on the fibs, I feel comfortable enough to say that you probably do move up from a high to low here. I would expect you see anything from 38 cents to 61 cents. You're at 10 cents now, and that's your next target area. Absolutely, you could move higher, but that's the best that I got given, you know, this kind of low existence time frame chart that we have. So I got nothing else to say on that one. Let's move on from there. You want me to do a cycle high prediction on this? I can't. It wouldn't be fair of me to do, Aunt Wanda. It's something like this. I mean, with a $10 million market cap or lower than that even, it could see a 1,000x. Maybe it only goes to $100 million. Maybe it rug pulls tomorrow. You know, it's not fair of me to make any of those statements really. So I'm going to opt out of that at the expense of not doing the request there. But that's the best that I got, my friend. I feel like if I gave you a guess, it would only be a guess in the truest nature. I wouldn't be able to accurately tell you where I expect the price to be for this thing by the end of the cycle. There's no way it's too new. Anybody who can tell you, unless you know some kind of like fundamental values to it, you know, like, but I don't know that stuff. That's not the point of this video. SPEC SPEC at the request of Fly Time. We're doing this for you, my friend. Looking at this first off on a weekly basis, actually. Finding resistance at your previous areas of resistance, right? Your all-time high areas. Looking like you're building, though, getting higher highs. You're marching your way up there. Higher highs, higher lows. Weekly RSI cool off. You've got a low here, a lower low, and a lower low bouncing potentially off of this 50 line. That'd be beautiful. Lower lows in the RSI on a weekly basis, higher lows in the price. That's bullish. That's called hidden bullish divergence. Lower lows in the daily RSI, higher lows in the price. Same thing, bullish. Holding support at the green line here, the 123 moving average. I like that. The RSI overall looks very bullish. So I do think you're going to move up. I think you're getting ready for a breakout overall, probably to something in this relatively expected area. You're at $10 right now. You'll probably see $22 to $35 by the end of January, if not higher. Right, that's my genuine expectation. Probably by the end of January, you're probably between $27 to $35, if not at least at $22. But you have a chance of going higher. You could go as high as $50 to $60, maybe higher. You never know with crypto, man. This could be that one. There always is that one that just overnight, just boom, God candle, you get a 10x. Right, it happens. It's like 1 out of 10,000, but it happens. Looking at ANKR next for Gavin Huber. There's actually a few people that have requested this one. I should have probably given it its own video. I normally like to give things their own video if I get like tons of requests from the same one. But anyways, looking at ANKR here, absolutely in a very magnificent, very long-lived accumulation phase, consolidation phase here. If we look at the overall RSI right now, it looks pretty bullishly postured. You're not getting into the oversold zone. You are getting into the overbought zone. You're living primarily above you're living a good bit below the 50 actually, to be fair, and above the 50 to be completely fair. But you are getting stronger readings, which I do think that means it's overall stronger. Each time that you've rejected this area, you went all the way down here, all the way down here, all the way down here, pretty close, higher lows in succession of each other. This low stands out a little bit more, and if you hold support here, it's the first low that you maintained above the 123 moving average, right? I think you do hold support here. I think overall, again, this is kind of a very long phase of consolidation. Okay. Generally, you come to the end of your consolidation when your volume dies off, and that's all you've done is like die off in volume. So you're going to pick a side here soon. You're going to break out one way or the other. I think it's going to be the other. I think you will break out to the upside, and you'll see that volume come back in. So where are you going to go? That's the main question, right? That's the main question of something like this. From a high to a low, I would think you go all the way up to about 12 to 16 cents. Probably closer to 16. I think you go right around 16 cents. You're at 3.5 cents now. You could go to 16 cents by the end of January. Genuinely, that's my expectation. Yes, seriously. 16 to 12.2 cents. That might be the winner for the night. I got to write that down. ANKR. Man, Gavin Huber. Good one, man. everybody else who requested it, I can get why the urgency, man. This is actually a really good buy, and it looks very well set up. This kind of consolidation, I want to just say something real quick, right? This is going to take a second. Whenever you consolidate like this between the 0.5, you're reaching as high as the 0.5. Generally speaking, most charts look like this, right? They look like compound, where from a high to a low. And when I say most charts, I mean there's a lot of crypto charts that look like this. They have this long phase of accumulation, just like ANKR here, but below their 382. So the more suitable targets for these kind of things would be the 618 to 69. But even coins like this have been going up to their 786, 886. ANKR has been consolidating at its 0.5 area, not its 382 area, right? That's its area of resistance. So I would think it does not stop at the 61869. I would think it stops here, but here I would think it stops at the 61869, but a lot of the coins have been going to the 78886 recently, so that gives me reason to believe that ANKR might even go higher than this. But that sounds crazy to me because it's at 3.6 cents right now, and I'm talking about prices that are at 12 to 16 cents. That's already at a faster pace than what I see most of the market. I see most of the market doing anything from like a 1.5 to a 3x over the, maybe even a 4x over the next month. Right, but 4x is at the high ends of that. This thing could do more than a 4x from here, right? That and maybe it goes through. Maybe it even goes through that. Maybe like, who knows? I doubt it would run all the way up to 45 cents, but it could see new all-time highs by the end of January. Just with how charged up you look, man. I really do think you're about to get things in motion. ANKR, one to watch, guys. Definitely one to watch. Good mention there, Gavin Huber. You might get the win on that one there, guys. ACH is the next one. Alchemy Pay on Coinbase here. Also, you can see the volume's getting lower and lower as we develop further into this consolidation phase, right? We've run out of tricks to play, right? We're not going to go higher and then make people think that we're going to break out anymore and then sell and dump on them to create liquidity and try to pull in some money. We're not going to go low and make people think we're going to go lower and have them wait and then FOMO in on these prices, right? Where the liquidity, the interest, I don't know if any of that made sense. It's going away, right? It's away. So now we have to break out to different price areas to find more volume, more interest, and that would only be based off of this range, not in here, somewhere out of here. That's what this kind of idea means. Whenever you consolidate for a long time, your volume dies off. When you get to that end of volume, everybody who's either wanted to get out in that consolidation phase or wanted to get in that consolidation phase, they have. And that's why you see once the consolidation is at an end, the volume is basically at lows, and that's when you choose the side to break out to. I do think you're going to break out to the upside. It seems kind of like a ascending triangle almost. I think if we take a high to a low here, 382 support from your 786, that's a wicked drop. Yeah, man, you're at 2.3 cents right now. I could see you going up to about 7.5 cents by the end of January, maybe higher. You could stop a little bit before there. You could stop at about 6 cents. But I would think between 10 cents and 7.5 cents is where you're going to go, Alchemy Pay. It's a nice bounce off your weekly 50 area if you can maintain it. Not only that, but off of your 123 as well. So I like that. Looking good. That's at the request of Miss Chin 008. Algo is the next one that we're going to talk about. Algo Rand here. Seeing some nice price action. Yeah, from a relative high to a relative low, all the way up above your 0.5, back to your 382. Very bullish. Very, very bullish, actually. Kind of an interesting fib dynamic you got going on here. Super bullish, bro. Yeah, you're probably going to go, I would think, all the way up to about $1. 95 cents to like $1.61. That's my thoughts, yeah, for this thing. Somewhere in that range. You're at 35 cents now. These are end of January targets, so yeah, you look good. Looking like you want to do that. Okay, let's talk about LCX now. At the request of Cryptic, LCX for Cryptic. Let's see here. I made a video on it last night, but we can do a quick little update here, 26.4 cents for everybody who's curious. This is one of the coins that I hold personally. We bought in back here, right? Advertised it, it went up, and then it went down here. I advertised it down here. I'm like, look, you could buy in cheaper than I did, right? So I'm one of the few YouTubers that does that, right? I'll tell you about a coin if it's lower than where I bought it, right? Most people will only talk about it once it's higher than where they bought it. From above, I feel like that's kind of backwards, right? Because if you'd want them to pump your bags, wouldn't you want to talk about it when it's lower? I don't know. If you were like trying to get people to pump your bags and that was the whole point of talking about it, that's not why I talk about it. I talk about it because I think it's a good project. I think it's worth investing in. But some people, they do stuff like that. But anyways, pulling back to your 618 golden retracement area after hitting your relative high area, it's definitely a nice look. I do believe you'll find support here, move up higher. You're at 26.4 cents now. Your next target at a minimum by the end of January it'd be 61 cents. You could absolutely go as high as $1.05 by the end of January. You're at 26 cents right now. So that's nice gains, definitely nice gains. Something, all of these targets would be average as far as expectations go for the rest of the market. If we look at this thing for what it is too, if we just take an idea here and we look at this and treat it like a bull flag potentially, right? If it is a bull flag, you know, the measure move would essentially take us all the way up to 90 cents. The minimum target was 62 cents, so that's nice. 77 cents, and then 90 cents would put us pretty close to that 1618, which is all the way up at about $1.06 there. So sometimes, and again with measure moves, you can fall just short of a measure move, you can exceed measure moves. So if the measure move takes us to about 90 cents, that's right within our range there. It's in the upper limits of that range. I definitely think there's a case to be made that LCX is at 26 cents right now. It could be worth $1.05 by the end of January. All right, and if not by the end of January, by the end of this next move. I would think it's by the end of January, but maybe it's early March. Maybe it's the middle of January. We don't know. Timing, you guys, is the hardest thing. And then the price will go where I said it was going to go. It'll take 2 weeks longer, and people will be like, haha, it didn't happen by the end of January. It happened in the beginning of March. Are you okay that you're wrong? And it's like, yeah, the price where I wanted it, the price went where I wanted it to go anyways. Yes, I'm okay with that. Even if it takes a little longer, even if it takes a little bit less time. That's the best, man. I had somebody one time, they tried to rub it in my face that a coin of mine that I was talking about was going to pump in like a month, and it pumped in 2 weeks. And he's like, oh, it pumped up earlier than you thought. Are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, my coin moved up faster than I thought it would. I promise you I'm okay. That's totally fine. That was like the funniest non-burn that I ever had on this channel. But anyways, man, this video is already going to be long enough without my banter and stuff. I need some water, man, but my wife moved it, so whatever. Finding support at the 618, the golden ratio here. Finding a double bottom, yes, on GNS. This is at the request of Land Job. I like it. At Land JB is actually, I'm just assuming Land Job. I like it. I like that area for support. I like, you know, it's a previous area of support here and support there. Somewhat of a significant area in the chart, and it's the golden ratio. So if we look at the weekly RSI, it's not the best looking, but it has potential to start doing well. Where you are now, kind of at the 40 area. I'd like you to find support here and move up. I'd like you to have a green week this week for sure. Daily RSI, lower lows, higher lows in the price, not bad. I think you move up higher, yeah. So right now you're at $1.83. The next target area is $3.60, and once you get above $5.67, you essentially solidify that this is your low and you're ready to break above this high. So let's focus on that. $1.83 now, maybe move up to about $5.67 by the end of January, maybe. I could see that, yeah. I think that's good. Golden ratio there, yeah, perfect, right there. And this is kind of what helps me determine too if you're ready for these targets as well. So depending on how you interact with that, but I think you will find resistance here. It's like you'll break just above this trend line. You'll find resistance, come back down, consolidate. Oh, dude, it's perfect. It's literally, I feel like I could predict the future with this one easily. Right, and I could be wrong. watch it tank or watch it go way higher, and then the predictions are irrelevant. If you go to $5.38 to $6.24 by the end of January, likely your next target for support would either be $4.22 or $3.25, $3.30, somewhere in between there. That would be my guess, and probably down to $3.30. Once that all happens, right? You'll probably make that move down by the end of February, if not by the beginning of March. GNS, so up essentially, right? You're moving up to 538 to 624, right? That's essentially what I'm thinking. LANDSHARE, I remember I had a very bearish video for this one. Ike H, you wanted me to talk about this here, buddy? We're gonna do it for you, man. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you haven't. Thank you all for hitting the like button. It really helps push this content out. You know, this is more for you guys, anyways. The people who already watch this stuff. But I don't know, man. Some people might, you know, not know about this, and they're like, oh, sweet, a grab bag of altcoin videos. I like this. This is cool. Low to high, finding support on the 618. Yeah, looking nice. 382 rejection back down to the 618. That's not nice. I don't like the rejection there. You know, I really don't like this thing. And I'm sure I said that, but you know, why don't I like this thing? Because my last video was so bearish on it. Let's look. I'm sure it's something to do with the tokenomics, right? LANDSHARE. Are they at a new one now? Land has migrated from their old to a new one. It's this one. Okay, so we're on the right. Yeah, we're on the right one, right? Or is that not? Is it a different? Is it land? Land, not Outlanders. Is LANDSHARE Outlanders? Land is a token in the game Outlanders. Well, yeah, but LANDSHARE. Well, I might have to check out Outlanders because that just sounds like a cool name in itself. But I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know why this is all bright too. Where did my night settings go away? Anyways, whatever. We'll bring it back here. It's fine right there. If I refresh it, does it do it? Wow, it takes it away. That's crazy. It's because of the holiday or something. Anyways, LANDSHARE. I don't know, man. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Market cap. Max log. Hold up. So that's its market cap chart, right? And then this is its price chart, right? So this is why I don't like LANDSHARE, okay? If you look at its market cap chart over here, okay, its market cap chart saw new all-time highs in March of 2024, okay? This thing in March of 2024, it double topped, right? So you're and that's a significant high. That's 24 million in market cap. And then the market cap here is only 5 million. So when you were at 5 million in market cap, you were here at this price, and now it took you essentially 5 times that number to get to the same price. I don't like this thing, man. This isn't something that's good for people who are investing. It's good for people who are involved in the ecosystem maybe. But with that being said, sure, I think it does go higher. I mean, I don't like this 382 rejection. I don't like what you're doing here, but to be completely fair, I think you do go higher. You probably do move back up to that 887 area. Will you break through it? I don't think so on this next attempt. I bet you find resistance there again, but you probably move back up to your all-time high area. That'd be my best guess. All right, let's move on from there. I just don't like it because I don't like anything like this, man, that the price chart is that different from it, right? And then not only that, but you're actually already fully diluted, so that's nice. No, I mean, that's nice. Max supply says 10 million. I don't know. Maybe some of them got burned. I don't know. But anyways, we're going to move on from there. Spent way too much time on that coin. But I love you, Ike. Thank you, man. Link on Chainlink here, Coinbase. $23 right now. You broke out of this high, pulling back to find support on the previous areas of resistance. It looks really good, really healthy. From a relative high to a relative low. Pulled back to your 886 after hitting the 1272. Classic stuff. You're probably moving right up to your 1618. There's no doubt in my head about that. So you're at 23 bucks now. I bet by the end of January we see Link at $43 or higher. The highest I'd give it, 57 bucks, but you probably don't hit 57. I bet you could go a little bit above 43, but 43 to 50 might be a more appropriate guess for Link. By the end of January, you're at $23 now. Right? You look very bullish on your weekly RSI. Daily RSI also looks bullish as hell, actually. And the 4-hour looks ready to get going, man. So it's any day now you're going to be resuming this move to the upside. We're going to talk about V, which is block V, not V.finance. It's like block this one here. Yeah, that's the one. At the request of Jeb. Nicholas Vlogs. That was the last one that we did for Chainlink there. Let's see. Block V from a high to a low. All the way up to your 1618 back down. You probably move a little lower. You're at 1 cent now. You probably move down to right around 1 cent, just a little bit lower. You're at 1.07, so probably around 1.03 to $0.0099. And you probably resume your way going up, moving up to about 1.5 cents or higher here over the coming days, over the coming weeks. Probably by the end of the month, if not by the first week of January, you'd be at 1.5 cents. End of January, maybe 2 cents, maybe 2.5 cents, something like that, if I had to guess. Looks like a very low liquidity coin. It doesn't interest me personally, but hey, if it's good, you know it's good. Let's look at it real quick and see if we can pull it up on Dex Screener. Just real quick. It's just V token, block V. 24. Look at the volume, guys. Yeah, that's not. I mean, 9.3K. That's still very low, man. Very low stuff. So yeah, if you're putting money in this thing, like maybe $100. Maybe at the most, right? You don't want to put more money in it than that. There's not a lot of liquidity. There's not a lot of volume. The market cap is 35 million, And you got that. It's guys, stay away from this. Stay away from it. It's probably a scam. Stay away from it. It's going. I don't like it. All manipulated. I bet. Stay away from it. I don't like it at all. And I hope I'm wrong, but I would stay away from it. No offense to anybody who requests this. No offense to you, Geb, but I don't like it. Stay away from it, guys. I gotta protect people. I never know whenever I get plants in here either, you know. And maybe Geb, maybe you're a plant, maybe you're not, but I gotta protect people, man. I don't like that. Just because I'm talking about it going up doesn't mean that it will go up. And I mean, that kind of market cap with this low volume, it's unjustified in my opinion. I don't understand why. And look, it just, yeah, there's no need. There's so many other better options for liquidity's sake. You don't need to get into that. FIRO, it looks like it pumped up quite a bit there on the beginning of the month here, all the way up to $3.65, and you dropped all the way back down to prices just around $1.40. Hell of a move back down. If you look at the monthly aspect here, we go from the overall high, if I could get to it, high here to this low. Hit the 236 and all the way back down. Yes, you did. Okay. So your next target, you're at $1.60 now. The next target would be $7, probably. That would be your next target. As crazy as it is, guys, that would be your next target, genuinely. Let's see if that lines up with this high to low right here. Yeah, I like it. 675, at least 482, but 675 is fine. I like that for FIRO. Let's move on. That was for Kirk. We're going to talk about quant now for Joe Logan. I like that. Joe Logan, like Joe Rogan. Let's see. It's just like Joe Logan, actually, right? Not like Joe Rogan. He's his own person, damn it. High to low. I like it. 618 to 382. Beautiful move, yeah. Off a double bottom play. Weekly RSI looks good. Daily RSI, at an area you'd expect it to find a bounce, and your price, same thing. So I think you move higher. You're at 107 now. Quant by the end of January, 258 to 327. That sounds about right. That's about on par with everything that we'd expect. And Quant's one of those OG coins, so I don't expect it to like outperform or underperform. I expect it to be pretty smack dab in the middle there. So 258 to 327 sounds about right for me by the end of this next move. Over the coming weeks, probably by the end of January, if not the very beginning of February. Swift. I've been saying by the end of January for a lot of these coins, but it really could go into February, you guys. We really could. It's possible. A lot of people are expecting a dump in January, so maybe it doesn't come. Maybe it's prolonged until February. Maybe it's too obvious. Swift coin here at the request of Mend My Dad. I can't do that, but I can hopefully do this. But we can pray for your dad, my friend. 0.0067. I would think your next target would be 2 cents, but technically, I mean, genuinely, I would think you're about 3 cents. 3 cents to 5 cents, that's probably where you're going to go. By the end of this move, that would be by the end of January as well. So that's my expectation for this. If we look at the daily RSI, you've got lower lows here with higher lows in the price. It would make sense that you move higher as well. Swift coin finding a low here at the 40 area. It's the same area that you found support at the last time as well. I'm going to try to move the mic because there's an alarm going off, and I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I'm going to try to move it to where it's a little bit more blocked off according to my wall here, so you guys can't hear it if you can. But I don't know. That kind of sucks that it's going off right now. Oh, cool. They just turned it off. But anyway, Swift coin, I hope that helped there. Ton for Key Slatum. Ton coin here. Let's just make sure we're all good. Yeah, everything's good. You guys can still hear me, right? I moved my mic. Just want to make sure everything's good. Yes. Ton coin. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you haven't. Thank you. Ton coin for Key Slatum on a monthly basis. Looks really good. Looks ripe for a move up, so I think you do. I think you get that here pretty soon. By the end of January, we're looking for anything from $9.44 to $12.55, potentially as high as about $19. So I don't think you get there personally, but you could. I would think something around $12.50 personally. That's my expectation for Ton coin by the end of January. That was easy. Thank you. VANA is the next one for One Forever. VANA token. Well, it just got listed on Bybit, so it's probably got some selling off to do. Oh, and it's only got the perpetuals. Well, that's not ideal, is it? Binance. I would stay away from it, probably. I mean, 60% is kind of the minimum drop that you would need to see. What's it worth? What's its market cap worth? It's such a new coin, right? It's already on Binance, so I'm sure they've got people who are wanting to see it succeed. Yeah, 2 billion. Yeah, fully diluted. 500 million right now. Do they have the tokenomics available? Can we see their tokenomics? Nope. I'm sure it's available somewhere. I mean, maybe it's fine to get in. I just don't. It's just so new, and it's already in the top 200. It's so new, and it just had a market cap of like 600 million almost. No, sorry. It's already had a market cap of 721. It could go lower, man. It really could go lower. Hard to say. I'd like to see this thing develop more. I think it moves lower from here, but doesn't move lower than this low. I don't know. If you break below 15.3 cents, yes, you're going to go lower, and that lower would be to 13 cents, 11 cents, maybe even lower than that. If you get back above 17.14 cents, there's hope that that's the low and you're moving higher. You get back above 20 cents, and I definitely think that that's your low and you're moving higher. But I don't really know. Let's check in on this one again. One forever. Request it again, my friend, because I don't feel comfortable guessing. My best guess, if I had to make a comfortable guess, would be it keeps going down. That's my best guess. But it really doesn't have to. It's seen quite a drop off already, and I think that that's fine. But I'm sorry I can't give you more help there. If I really had to guess, I would think you could expect to see prices between 13 to 11 cents over the coming week, but who knows? Mainly just because you've just got listed on all these different exchanges, so normally that induces selling, but you have sold off already. You've sold off 60-something%. So I don't know, I don't know, but that's like the bottom of the, or that's the very like shortest of the range. Normally, when you get an exchange listing, you can drop anything from 60 to 90%, right? And it's normally like 65%. You technically didn't even drop a full 60% from your high to low. 59%, but pretty close. VANA. MATIC is the next one. Damn it, I didn't write down the requester's name. Sadism, maybe? Maybe it's Sadism, maybe? Or maybe it was somebody else and I just forgot to write your name down. I'm sorry. Daily, finding support on the 123. I like it. Looking good on the RSI as well. Weekly, looking good on the RSI as well. Finding resistance at the 123. Looking to break above it. I think you do. Downtrend for life. Double bottom on this downtrend here from a high to a low. Come on now. Next target area would be $1.25 to $1.46. You're at 48 cents now. By the end of January, that's where I think you'll be. MATIC, easy. Thank you. ETC is the next one. This one should be pretty easy too. Ethereum Classic, looking to break out of this consolidation phase. That's a nice and easy guess right here from the high to the low. We're looking for the golden ratio, right? Golden ratio, something between 64 to 78 bucks. You're at 26 bucks now. You could reach as high as 100 bucks, maybe 130 by the end of January. But I think 100 to 64 is a more doable range. Personally, I would expect 78 to 64 bucks if I really had to guess for ETC. But it looks really good. Phantom as well might be an easy one. All of these are at the request of Seedsum. Thank you, man, for these easier ones. No, maybe not Phantom. Phantom might not be as easy, but still, relative high to the relative low. Relative low. Maybe not. Let's see. What about this low to this high? Nope. Let's do this. Not a whole lot of respect on your fibs, huh? Okay, there we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Yeah, so your next target, you're at $1. I would think Phantom. You're at $1, anywhere from $2.32 to $3.20 by the end of January. I like $3.20, $3.35, something like that personally. Phantom. VR for Age of Dictators. Wow. That's a nice looking chart, man. It's really nice, actually. You know what I would expect? I would expect that this move goes all the way up to here, and how fast you moved up here, this will be faster. That's my thoughts. I think you're going to move up a lot, man. From here, the minimum target, you're at 1 cent. Minimum target would be 3 cents, about 2.9 cents. But you really could make a beeline all the way up to 4 cents or more cents, 6 cents by the end of this move. It's hard to say. By the end of January, you really could be at 6 cents. You're at 1 cent now. You're respecting the 382. Let's call for 2.5 cents to 3 cents by the end of January. You're at 1.1 cent now, but you really could go all the way up to 5 cents, maybe even 6.5 cents. But I don't feel as confident on that, so let's just stick with that for now. Okay. VR looking frisky, looking real frisky. We're gonna do Badger Dow at the request of Dave Thurman. Badger Dow. Also a really nice looking bottom. They're almost identical actually, right? This one and this one, right? They're pretty similar actually. Like just keep that in your head and then, right? Like I feel like it's pretty similar. Obviously, clearly they're different, but monthly here, it's like a triple bottom, right? You've got your 1, 2, 3. It looks like a triple bottom to me. Very powerful signal. Yeah, my guess would be, yeah, $4 now. I don't know if you see this. I don't think you see this by the end of January. Let's call for like 1280, 1287 probably by the end of January. High to low. Maybe you could go as high as 20 bucks, man. I think you get there eventually. I'm going to stick with like $12.87 to $16 by the end of January. You're at $4 now. So if I'm wrong, you're only going to go higher. 20 to 28 bucks is on the table, but we'll see. It looks good. It definitely does look good. I think it does move up for sure. It's going to get real fierce soon. You're going to see some bullish behavior like you haven't seen since the beginning of 2024. DOT is the next one for EV Litter Picto, I think. DOT Pictor. I don't know. DOT USD. And you wanted me to do an all-time high prediction. Oh man, there's a couple people that wanted me to do some all-time high predictions that I skipped over. I'm sorry. That's okay though. I gave general predictions, right? It was actually just FIRO. Kirk, I'm sorry, I forgot to do the all-time high prediction on FIRO. If you're still watching, I'll do it right after this, but you might not have watched after that, right? $7.05 right now, 382 to the 236. Nice little double bottom kind of maneuver as well. You've got this triple bottom look about you too, don't you? But it's like an Adam and Eve look right now, I would say. Next target area, you're at $7. I have no problem with calling about 20 to 23 bucks by the end of this move, yeah. By the end of January, you could really be there. I think so, Polkadot, absolutely. As far as end of cycle goes, I don't know if Polkadot sees new all-time highs, right? Personally, I don't. From what I've heard about Polkadot, they are siphoning money, right? Like they're I don't know. Maybe hemorrhaging money is a better way to go about it. I don't know. Like it doesn't sound good, but I don't know everything, right? I don't know all the inside stuff. This is just things that I've heard, but I don't know how reliable that information is. $10.7 billion already. $10.7 billion. Just to get back to like all-time highs, you would have to see above an $80 billion market cap. I don't think the thing sees new all-time highs, guys. I don't think so. If it does, it's like a barely higher high. It's like a double top. But I think by the end of the cycle, you're probably going to be between 40 bucks to 30 bucks. By the end of January, we're looking for 20 to 23 bucks. And if not there, at least 14 bucks. Yeah, for DOT. TLOS at the request of Oivat. I'm doing this for you, my friend. TLOS. It's like Tezos. TLOS network. High to low. 618 down to the 236. Kind of a crazy move there. Weekly's neutral. Not giving us a whole lot. I'm going to assume you move up just because the rest of crypto looks bullish. Right? This is an ugly chart, though. I don't like this chart at all. It's very ugly. Not in a bad way, just like in a very objective way. It's just not the prettiest looking chart. Okay, now that's a little bit better, to be fair. Okay, I kind of like that look. That gives me more faith that you might be moving up to $3.35. Not by the end of January, but like inevitably up there. I definitely think that you will. By the end of January, let's look for targets around like 75 cents to $1. You're at 22.8 cents now, TLOS. Sweet for J Barboa. J Barba. Doing this for you. Sweet. And Jay, we're going to talk about we'll talk about Solana on the next one. Oh, actually, I want to do FIRO for Kirk real quick in case he's watching. So I doubt he is, but if we were to see new all-time highs for FIRO, hold on. FIRO. Kirk, I forgot to do the all-time high, so if you're seeing this, it's just because I forgot to do the all-time highs. I'm doing this for you. $23 million in market cap. 23 million in market cap. What's your price? What's your maximum look like? Log. Looks like that. What's your market cap look like? Great. Awesome. Yeah, FIRO could see new all-time highs. It's at $1.60 now. I mean, dude, with that low of a market cap, yeah, it could go all the way up to $662. Yeah, it could. But that would be a multi-100x. I know. It really could see that. FIRO, I don't know what this thing's about. I don't know anything about it personally, but if it were to see new all-time highs, 662 is just the minimum target. It could see 3,888 if it became like, you know, a solid project. Like if it became a top 100 project, it's possible. I don't know if it does, right? But 662 is doable. If not, you know, there's targets at 91 bucks, 125 bucks. You're at $1.60. You have the potential to see very high gains without even seeing new all-time highs. So I don't know. 662 is what I would feel the most comfortable guessing right now, just because it's so crazy away. I would think more so probably you probably end your cycle. My guess, my genuine guess, if I had to be honest, would be that you probably don't break above your 61869. So 23 to 33 bucks is probably where you go. But maybe a more optimistic, hopeful, realistic kind of approach could be $55 to $91, and then pie in the sky dreaming, which is also this is still possible, 662. But that's FIRO. Let's move on. Sweet. Well, that is what they call a bullish chart right there, ladies and gentlemen. High to low, all the way up at your 1414, reaching for the 1618. I absolutely believe you're going to get there. By the end of January, I think SWE is probably going to stop at about $5.70. If it doesn't stop there, you have a real potential chance to go all the way up to 861, but I doubt you go maybe as high as 10 bucks, but I doubt you go above this range, right? You really could go all the way up here. I'm going to guess that. I'm going to say I think 568 is a good minimum, but I do think you reach 860 or higher by the end of January, because that's just a 2x from here. And I mean, I say that's just a 2x. SWE's already gone on such a way, but you either stop at the 1618 or you stop here. You're not going to go higher than either of those numbers. That's my thought for SWE. I really do bet you stop at 861. I don't think you reach 10 bucks by the end of January. SWE looking frisky, looking fresh. And that was at the request of Jay Barba. We're going to talk about Sol for you on another video. My friend Tia Celestia at the request of Mitchell Fit. I don't know. Coinbase. High to low. Wicked kind of consolidation. What's Tia's market cap at right now? It's been humbled, right? Not humbled enough. 2.3. Yeah, guys. Right? This should have been obvious, right? 2.3 now. What would that have been all the way up here? That would have been like a 6. No. That would have been like an $8 billion market cap, $8 billion. And it hadn't even existed for like a full year at that point. That's crazy. $5.10 right now. Not a lot to go off of with this chart. I bet it does see new all-time highs. Well, maybe I'll eat those words. Let's see. Right, that's a 6x from here. 6.5x. Yeah, you can see that. Okay, so cycle ending stuff might be like 33 bucks, 61 bucks, maybe. Maybe you go as high as 100 bucks to $200, maybe. Let's see. Could $200 do it? 37x. You could do it. You could do it. That'd be the limits. I would say 192. That's like the limits of your potential, in my opinion. 192. I think 61 is a good minimum target to have. 33, I don't even think we should consider. I think 61 is a good minimum target personally. But anything from like a 37x to a 12x from here is probably doable. At 61.80 to 192, you might even reach 200 by the end of the cycle, but I don't think you get too much higher than that, right? If you get that high, and I don't think you get above that, right? I don't know what to think of the price. You know, it had such an immaculate pump. It needs to work itself out here. So by the end of January, let's call for targets that are up. You're at $5 now, at least up to around $9, if not up around $12 to $11 by the end of January. If not, maybe you see some kind of crazy run where you go all the way back to 14 to 17 bucks, but I don't see that happening really. The highest I'd give you by the end of January would probably be like $14, $14.50. More realistic, 10 to 12 bucks is what I would think for TIA. Okay. Oh, you didn't ask for all-time high predictions. I'm sorry. I got that actually confused with another one. Kusama for the same person here. High to low. 886 down to the 382. This is wicked, man. Very, very volatile. I like the daily RSI. I like the look that you're in right now overall, personally. I bet you're respecting this fib too. Let's see. Low to high. 618 maybe. Ooh, that's a nice look, man. Very bullish. Very, very bullish. I'd like you to get above your 382 though. You did, but I'd like you to close above it. Really, I'd like you to close above $39.2. Weekly basis here. If we're thinking you move up, and I think we're thinking you move up, target area would be probably 157 to 204. You're at $31 now. It's a nice move, man. 157 to 204, genuinely, yeah. Kusama, by the end of January, that's my thoughts for you, man. If not, at least above 100. Okay, at least there. We're going to talk about Perpetual Protocol, PERP, at the request of AJ. AJ, we're doing this for you, my friend. We'll talk about medicine in another video as well. It'll get its own video, I think. I think it deserves its own video. High to low. Yeah, next move by the end of January, you're at 81 cents now. We're talking about 460 to 630. That's crazy, bro. That's good gains. Right? We're going to write this down. This could be a winner. PERP might be giving Gavin Hoover a run for his money. We'll see. We'll look and see at the end there. Yeah. End of January targets, 460 to 630. Genuinely. PERP. So ICP. ICP at $10 here. Same requester for AJ here. I think by the end of January, you're at about 30 bucks to 46 bucks at the highest. Probably closer to 30 to 35 bucks if I had. Well, really, maybe you do reach about $40. 30 to $40, I'd feel comfortable. 46 is at the highest, though. You're at 10 bucks now. That one was easy. Oh, that was at the request, sorry, of Golf Bandito. Golf Bandito, that's for you, my friend. Or is it Bandolito? Bandito, I think. Raven Coin at the request of Silence Man Here. Silence Man Here. Well, there you go. You're at 2 cents, 9 cents by the end of January. Yeah, I could see it happening. I could definitely see it happening. If not 9 cents, I mean, I like 9 cents by the end of January, yeah. If not there, at least 5 cents. You're at 2.1 cents now, but I like 9 cents as a good target. That was easy. Well, there we go. That last analysis had it already planned out there. Weekly RSI looks good. Daily RSI looks fine. I like where you're at on the 123 there. Yeah, I bet you move on up from here, man. High to low. I would think you're at least above 5 cents. But you really have a solid chance of going, what, to 10 cents? Was that what it was? 9 cents by the end of January? Yeah. Raven Coin. SHX, you want me to do all-time high predictions, God first? I don't know if I can do that, man. Yeah, I don't know if I can do that for this one. It's not fair, right? It's not like I'm withholding information intentionally. I just, you know, you're at a $60 million market cap. You've existed for not even a full bull cycle, right? Or even a full bear cycle for that matter. It's not really fair to me to say you're at such a small market cap, 60 million. What would it be worth on coin market cap? Maybe coin market cap. Sometimes they got it better figured out. SHX. Come on now, buddy boy, give me the X. Why won't you give me the X? Why'd you glitch? Oh. What am I even looking for right now? We're looking for the market cap, right? 67. So here it says 60, there it says 67. Still pretty low. If you wanted to see like 100x, you could see it. If you wanted to see a 500x, you could see it. It's possible. 1,000x, it's possible with this. So how high does it go for its all-time high? I don't know. I'm just confident that you at least would go to like 5 cents. You're at 1 cent now. 17 cents is doable, right? If you could do a 100x, that puts you all the way up at $1, and you could see a multi-100x. You could see this, like, it's hard to say, man. I don't know. It's not fair to me to say, so I'm not going to guess. All that to say, though, I do think you see new all-time highs, okay? And your all-time highs right now are at $1.59 cents. Your next target area, probably by the end of January, would be anything from around 3.4 cents to probably 8.3 cents is my best guess for SHX. I don't normally do that, right? I normally guess this range, but for SHX, with how bullish it looks like it's consolidating, I moved it up just one, right? Instead of guessing 1272 to the 1618, I guess 1414 to the 1886, right, for SHX there. DESO, at the request of DJ Eurobodolino. DESO. DESO, decentralized social, baby. Here we go. High to low. Just shy of the 618. Yeah, you probably do fall a little lower, maybe down to about $8.9, $8.09. I bet you do. I think you go down to about $8, man. Find support there, and then by the end of January, work your way back up to like 16 to 20 bucks. You're at 946 now, DESO. And then that's it, guys. That's it. So we got 2 coin potential winners here. ANKR from Gavin Huber and Perpetual Protocol from AJ. We're going to start off with ANKR. We'll move PERP over here. All right, let's look at these bad boys. Actually, maybe on a weekly basis. So high to low. Then on a monthly basis for ANKR, high to low. Okay. Likely target area for ANKR would be, by the end of January, probably around 15 cents. Probably. That'd be my best guess. Genuinely, I think so. So probably around 15 cents is where you're going to go. That's a 4. It's like a 4.4x. So yes, I have to say that PERP wins this one. Perpetual Protocol, AJ. I think this one, Perpetual Protocol, out of all of the coins we've gone over, will grow the most between now and the end of January. I don't know anything about this coin. This is just based off of the TA alone. Okay. Oops, that's not what we wanted to do. And based off the TA alone, what we could assume is that this thing moves up anywhere from 460 to 622. And at 460, you already have, that's your base case, you already have more growth, barely more growth than, or I guess actually a lot more than barely. You have more growth than ANKR. So yeah, 5.4x to a potential 7.5x by the end of January. 81 cents now, you'll be worth 460 to 620. Yeah, I like it. Available on Coinbase, available on Kraken, available on Binance. It's available everywhere, guys. Looks good. That's the winner. Congratulations, guys. Congratulations, AJ, on the win tonight, man. I think that's your first win. Just because I give it the win, guys, doesn't mean that like I'm saying you should buy this coin. It's just what I do for fun to make it a little added fun at the end of these request videos. So if you like the video, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.